Hello, this is Sarah Brosh. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm getting a little tired, but I want to do a couple more videos. And this video is going to be about how I was grossly defamed in the California Law Review by Colorado law professor Aya Gruber, and how subsequently she told this journalist, Kathy Riesenwitz, to not only attack me on Twitter for my mental health disabilities, but also to provoke my longtime online stalker to also attack me. And I have made the American Law Institute aware of this because they had posted the article, the grossly defamatory article from the California Law Review. I've made the California Law Review aware of this. Of course, I've made Aya Gruber of Colorado Law, of the Colorado Law School, aware of this. So it's really just evil and disgusting what they have done. I just want to make perfectly clear that Aya Gruber, the Colorado law professor, is a truly sick and evil person. And this journalist, Kathy Riesenwitz, is also a truly sick and evil person. So they're both critical race theorists, woke intersectional feminists. So, and Aya Gruber's trying to sell a book. And so this book basically is about how it's the fault of mass incarceration is the fault of white feminists. So apparently Aya Gruber, this Colorado law professor, and this journalist Kathy Riesenwitz both seem to think that they're doing social justice work by trying to drive an innocent anti-racism Yale grad student to suicide on Twitter in this incredibly disgusting and stupid and lying and bigoted California Law Review article that Aya Gruber wrote. She defames me. She defames me as trying to lynch black students at Yale. It's another one of these articles where she doesn't, and I want to make this very clear. I want to make this perfectly clear. And this is part and parcel of my letter wiki combo with Gretchen Mullen, Skeptic Review 89, where we're talking about Karen acts and the entire moral outrage industry on social media, in particular centered around the Karen Gone Wild videos. What is happening here is that Aya Gruber and Kathy Riesenwitz are exploiting George Floyd's killing. They are exploiting these recent police killings of black men that have resulted in so much unrest and all of these protests. They are exploiting these killings for moral outrage industry money, of course, but what they're specifically trying to do is they're trying to revive the defunct, what was the defunct Living While Black movement, and they're trying to revive it as a blood sport targeting vulnerable white women like myself, most often with mental health disabilities. And this blood sport is this whole moral outrage industry, particularly on social media, with all of these Karen's Gone Wild videos. Okay, so this is a whole money-making operation. Now, why are they doing this? They're doing this to make money, of course, but they're also doing it because the whole Karen's Gone Wild moral outrage industry, turning the Living While Black movement into a blood sport targeting vulnerable white women, most often with mental health disabilities. This is just a much, much vastly easier way to make moral outrage industry money for Aya Gruber and for her to sell her book, her ridiculous farce of a book, which is a race hoax. And this journalist, this farce of a journalist, Kathy Riesenwitz, doing this is a far easier way than actually addressing Black Lives Matter, actually addressing police brutality, actually addressing racism, actually addressing all of this. Now, they don't care. They couldn't care less. Aya Gruber and Kathy Riesenwitz could not care less about Black Lives Matter, about police brutality, about racism. They couldn't care less. How do we know this? Because if they actually cared about Black Lives Matter, then they would be helping me get the Yale campus police body camera footage from May 8th, 2018, from the Living or Napping While Black hate crime hoax at Yale. They would be helping me do that if they actually cared about police accountability and police transparency, the cornerstone of the Black Lives Matter movement. But they don't care. They don't actually care about Black men. They don't actually care about these police killings of Black men. They are exploiting the killings of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Emmett Till, in this ridiculous farce of an article for the California Law Review. Of course, the ridiculous Colorado law professor Aya Gruber equates white women calling 911 with modern day lynchings, with Emmett Till's murder, with the murder of with George Floyd, the killing of George Floyd, the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, now the shooting of Jacob Blake. So with all of so of course these white women calling 911, these are modern day lynchings according to Aya Gruber, and so she's, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's turning the Living While Black movement into a blood sport, targeting vulnerable white women, most often with mental health disabilities, for moral outrage industry money. Aya Gruber should be ashamed of herself. She should be ashamed to put my life in danger. My life is in danger because of her disgusting lies in the California Law Review. So now, how did she respond to all this? Oh, well, she told this ridiculous journalist, Kathy Riesenwitz, to go on Twitter and attack me for my mental health disability. This is a favorite tactic of the woke intersectional feminists, like true woke intersectional feminists, like true critical race theorists. Their bigotry against a white woman is always okay. Their anti-disability, anti-mental health disability bigotry against a white woman is completely fine, according to woke intersectional feminism, ideological dogma. That's okay. The cult, that's okay. So she told this journalist to go on Twitter and attack me for my mental health disability. And then she also told this journalist to go on Twitter and to provoke my longtime stalker to also attack me on Twitter. So basically, their response to me exposing her farce of a California Law Review article about me as nothing but bigotry and stupidity, her response was to tell a journalist to try to drive me to suicide on Twitter. And they think they're doing social justice work by doing this. And in point of fact, they claim to be, how dare Aya Gruber, how dare you? How dare you claim to be anti-mass incarceration, claim to be a prison abolitionist, claim to be a criminal justice system reformer? How dare you? How dare you? I'm anti-mass incarceration. I'm a prison and punishment abolitionist. I'm anti-mass incarceration. I'm the one who did the anti-mass incarceration conference at Yale Law School with my advisor, Jason Stanley. Okay, you're not anti-carceral state. I'm anti-carceral state. You're not anti-criminalization. I'm anti-criminalization. You're a lying bigot and fraud is what you are. So you think that it's anti-carceral state to subject an innocent anti-racism Yale grad student to trial by Twitter to vigilante mob justice without due process? You want to replace our American legal system with trial by Twitter? You want me dead? You want my life irrevocably destroyed without due process? And you have the temerity to call yourself anti-carceral state? You have the temerity to call yourself a social justice activist? You want an innocent person's life irrevocably destroyed, their livelihood irrevocably destroyed, their reputation irrevocably destroyed, their good name irrevocably destroyed. You want them disbarred, you want them expelled, you want them fired, you want them prosecuted, and you dare to call yourself anti-carceral state? You want to replace our American legal system with no due process trial by Twitter, with vigilante mob justice via social media moral outrage mobs based on snippets of out of context iPhone video, and you have the temerity to call yourself anti-mass incarceration? You have the temerity to call yourself a social justice activist? You don't know, you're just stupid is what you are. You're just completely stupid, and you're evil, and you're a liar. You're a lying bigot, and you're a charlatan and a fraud. That's what you are. That's what you are, and I want you to know that. And so is the journalist Cathy Riesenwitz. And I want the American Law Institute to know this, and I want the California Law Review to know this, and I want the Colorado Law School to know this. And I am done with people thinking it's okay to get me killed on social media. And I am done with people thinking it's okay to destroy me, to make money off of my corpse, to make moral outrage industry money off of my corpse. I am a human being. I am a human being. And I am protected. I am protected by the U.S. Constitution, Aya Gruber. I am protected by the U.S. Constitution. And you don't get to just kill me because you can make a few cheap bucks off of my corpse. You don't get to just kill me because you can make a few cheap bucks off of my corpse. And I want you to know that. Okay, I think I've said everything that I want to say about that. Please donate to my legal fund so that I can sue Aya Gruber, Cathy Riesenwitz, the California Law Review, sue all of them, the American Law Institute, and I'll have my GoFundMe and PayPal me links below. Okay, thank you so much everyone for your support. Have a great night.